Namaskar, good morning, Ram Ram. Welcome to your on channel AC Astro and today's video weekly horoscope as usual. Week starting from 13th of October to 19th of October, but this week is very much busy week. Very much busy week. Now, how much busy? For that I have to invite Akash ji. Let's welcome Akash ji from Calgary, Canada. Namaskar, Ram Ram Akash.
Namaskar, Rohitji. Ram Ram. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Very beautiful week starting from 13th of October till 19th of October 2024. Now, here for Aries Ascendant people, 13th of October is when Venus will enter into Scorpio. So, big transit happening. So, Venus is now leaving its own house and going into the uh, 8th house. Now, making Lakshmi Narayan Yoga. Sorry. So here, very beautiful time for wealth. Also, those who are struggling in terms of health, there also there is going to be a lot of positivity. Whenever the seventh house lord will go into the eighth house, there is also possibility of gains through partnership. Those who don't have partners, I read a comment which said we don't have partner. What? So it means gain from any association, either any colleagues or even your acquaintances, so friends also, so gains in that area. All the best. Then moon enters into Aquarius. Now when moon and Saturn are together, we have to be very careful. This is Vaishya yoga. Amidst this gains and all the better placement of planets, we are also experiencing the Vish Yoga in the 11th house, that is social circle. So someone will try to defame you or try to frame you in this area. So very careful in that sense, but good time for wealth, especially through real estate. If any wealth is, you're awaiting any wealth, good news will come. Then moon enters into Pisces. Again, it is going to be with Rahu. In Pisces, very careful about spending, overspending, and don't get into easy money, like some people trying to tell you that put money here, it will become double, this that. Such places you should be very careful. This is also the house that is related to sleep, so there may be disorders in sleep patterns. So during that time, make sure that you are doing absolutely Vishnu Sahasranam or doing Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya during that time, because this is the house of Jupiter, so that will help you. Then moon enters into Aries. So moon is quickly 13, 15, 17, quickly going from one house to the other. Here, moon entering into Aries is a very, very nice time, aspected by Mercury, aspected by Saturn. A little bit of hard work you'll have to put in every approach that you do, but otherwise, quickly things that have been you've been waiting for a very long time. Quickly things will start happening for you. Sun finally becomes Nicha, but being sun getting into debilitation and coming exactly opposite Chandra is also indication of Purnima. That means it's going to be very auspicious time during that time, and festival time is happening. This time Diwali is going to happen, and sun is going to be debilitated. Very, very awesome yoga is going to happen during the time of Diwali this time. In Leo, whenever it's Simha Lagna will be rising during the time of Diwali night, there can be a lot of Siddhi and Yantras that you can draw. We will also be launching the Yantra video very, very soon. So all the best in that area. And then moon enters into Taurus. Sun in the 7th house in debilitation. Remember, it can create a little bit of problem or rift in relationships, especially authority and egoistic approach also can happen. So careful in that area. Try to maintain a lot of harmony in relationship and be of surrender kind of nature. Then moon will enter into Taurus, will become exalted, will also have Gaj Kesari Yog. Jupiter is retrograde now. So, very careful in speaking, in trying to make some claims, in trying to, give someone some kind of verbal commitment. So think twice before doing that. But moon and, Jupiter here are clearly telling that there is going to be some kind of wealth that is coming into your life, and that wealth can be through savings, through family, through work, through business, because the aspect of Jupiter is on the workplace. Aspect of Jupiter is in the 8th house, sudden things, ups and downs, and also in the 10th house that is related to career. So wealth in these areas are supposed to be taken. I was reading the Lal Kitab today, Rohitji, and it says that moon is the messenger. There are these 27 nakshatras are not anything, but these are the rest areas for moon. So moon is the messenger. Whatever karma that we do, moon is the closest to earth, even closer than other planets, sun, whatever it is. Moon is closer. So moon is the one who takes everything to every planet. So as soon as it meets any other planet, it will do something, some justice or some injustice to us, depending on our karmas. So moon is the messenger, remember. That's why the son of moon, Mercury, is another messenger. So remember, moon is the messenger. It goes to all the nakshatras, collects all the data, and it provides to other planets to give us karma. All the best, guys. There is a WhatsApp link in the description for personal appointments, and those who are watching the video for the first time, do subscribe. There is also the astrology classes that is going on, and those who want to take any appointment for astrocartography, anything, everything is open now. So the Navratri special consultation with 50% off is also going on. So what are you waiting for? Let's do it. Let's awesomely book and see you on the other side. Taurus ascendant people, Venus is entering into Scorpio Rohiji, and this Scorpio is the seventh house. Venus, Pakka house area of Venus is seventh house, like by the way, but sixth house Lord in the seventh house. That means victory on enemies. Anything that was supposed to be problem with your, with your partner, that is wife, spouse, that is also your business partner, you may have victory over things. If you are right, you are supposed to win during this time. So beautiful time. Your relationship will be at the most peace during this time. And aspect of Jupiter is going to be more, it is Sone pe Suhaga. That means it is that icing on the cake. Beautiful time for all the Taurus ascendant people. Their ascendant lord is in Kendra in the seventh house. So a lot of diseases also you will overcome from them. Moon entering into Aquarius. Now this is where we have to be careful, especially in the area related to career, because here it is a Vishya Yoga. So some poison, some people trying to put poison in your life in the area related to your career or professional life, or trying to defame you. This is what is possible. So we have to be away from such people. And during this time, make sure that on the rise, make sure Om Namah Shivaya, Shiv Mantra, Mahamrityunjay Mantra, anything to do with Bhairav. If there is big problems, do it, but you will get a lot of relief. And Moon enters into Pisces. When Moon enters into Pisces, it also makes a combination with Rahu. So as we are talking about problem in the career, it is going forward in gains also. So something that you're supposed to gain during this week, suddenly you may feel a little bit of pressure in that area, and you may get away from gains, or something might happen where things will not be in your favor. Such kind of things can happen, and especially in the social circle, be very careful of what you're speaking, what you're emotional, what kind of body language or what kind of emotions you're showing, because it will be on your face, and which can be a little bit of challenge for you. Moon then enters into Aries, into the 12th house. So here the third house lord is in the 12th house. So short distance travel can happen to a longer place. Like you may go to a foreign country for a very short period of time, or also there can be some auspicious activities happening at home. Maybe some kind of expenses related to some marriage, expenses related to something, engagement, marriage, some puja, some spiritual things is happening. So expenses are going to happen mostly on travel and mostly on your home affairs. Maybe with siblings also, there can be some possibility of working with siblings, or have some kind of possibility of expenses towards sibling is also possible. Then Sun will enter into Libra and get debilitated. Now Sun is the fourth house lord, very very awesome, and it is getting debilitated in the sixth house. What does this mean? Very good for foreign travel, very nice for long distance travel and spirituality, but very stressful for health. Especially health of mother also has to be seen. I have made a complete video on Sun in debilitation, so you can go there and refer to it. In the past, I think past 2-3 videos you will find it, and you can learn more about Sun here. Then Moon enters into Taurus, into an exalted position. Now Gaj Kesari Yoga in your Kendra, in the ascendant. That is, ascendant is not only Kendra, it is Trikona and Kendra both. That means it's the most auspicious house that any chart can have. Here, Moon and Jupiter together is going to be so beautiful time for you that I can't even explain. In the Kendra, you will be absolutely powerful, charismatic. Your personality will be shining. You will be if you are a woman, you'll be looking very beautiful. If you are male, you'll be handsome. If you are other gender, still you will be very, very enigmatic during this time. Rohiji, very beautifully, Taurus ascendant only, she must be listening right now. She is a transgender and she did a appointment with me. Very beautiful, like beautiful chart and beautiful area of work that she is doing in her life. She is a man, but she identifies him as a her. It's like she said, I am a man, but I identify myself as a woman. Nothing wrong in it. It's their right to choose whatever they want to identify as. But beautiful motive. Plant trees everywhere, education for kids, trying to make sure that the world is a better place, or condemning the war. So many beautiful things that woman is doing. So I'm very, very pleased and very, very thankful that God has created such kind of person also for us who are awesome. Moon in the first house in exaltation is also good for wealth. Some short term gain is also seen during this time. So all the best. There's a WhatsApp link in the description for personal appointments, and do subscribe so that you are a part of the family. There is going to be yantra video coming soon. There is one very beautiful research, Rohitji, which I have done about sun, that sixth house before the sun, whatever planet or whatever sign will be there, that will be the dhan karaka for you. So now start counting, everyone. What is sixth house before the sun for you? That is the area related to dhan, and it has been written in this beautiful book called Jatak Parijat, and Varhamirji has written it. That whenever you want to see dhana karaka for you, that where will you get money from it, from what profession will you get money, from which house activation you get money, backward counting from sun, sixth house. So for that also we are making a complete video on for all the 12 signs. All the best, guys. Have a great day. There is astrology course also going on, so if you want to enroll in that, you are welcome. There's a WhatsApp link in the description. You can call there. Gemini ascendant people, Venus entering into Scorpio, in the 12th house lord in the 6th house, making Viprit Rajyog. So Viprit Rajyog, understand everyone, Viprit Rajyog is when some trouble comes to you and you get solved also. Solve in, all your trouble gets gone away. So 13th October is when these troubles that have come to you, either from a foreign country or from tax related items or any problem related to wealth that was supposed to come to you, you are supposed to receive it now, and in a very beautiful manner. If you're thinking of traveling abroad, one of the most beautiful times for traveling, you will get very, very pleasant travel during this time. Moon, on the other hand, is getting into Aquarius, into the 9th house. Very careful about con men. Many people like gurus, fake whatever is happening on the internet may try to con you and take money out of your pocket. There is also possibility that someone would put toxic ideas into your mind, because this is the house of higher learning. So you go for an advice and they give you toxic ideas about this war, this, that, whatnot. Don't worry about it. Be very, very devoted towards God. Nothing will happen to anyone. Then Moon enters into Pisces. Here Moon is in the 10th house. Professionally, very careful, because Rahu and Moon together is a illusion kind of a situation where illusion can happen. So very careful in career and occupation, and also chanting of Shiva, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, or the Mahamrityunjaya mantra, Trayambakam Yajamahi Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukni Vandanam Mrityur Mokshi Yamamrita, or any Narsimha mantra, or Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Everything is positive. So you should be chanting during this time, because Moon is making two difficult yogas, like Vish Yoga as well as, the Grahan Yoga. It is going to be Purnima, by the way. It is going to be a full moon now. This full moon is after the eclipse. So after this full moon, the effect of eclipse will be over now. All the problem related to the eclipse and everything will be over. And that is absolutely, almost correct, because Moon enters into Aries. So this finally Moon has gone, now it is gone in Krishna Paksh. It is going to be coming down, down, down. So here Moon in Aries is the second house lord in the 11th house. So whenever second and 11th will have any combination, it is going to be wealth coming into your life in some possible way. So any money that has been stuck somewhere or overseas or foreign country, the wealth is going to come, because after that Sun is getting debilitated. Okay, Sun is getting debilitated in the sign of Libra, and Moon on the other hand is going to go into Taurus. But what happened when Sun is in the 5th house? So creativity will be challenged. Gains are there, possibility, because exalted aspect of Sun is on the 11th house. So gains is absolutely there, but creativity wise or children wise, you may feel a little irritated during this time. So careful, not to get too much overwhelmed during this time. You can, face these kind of problems always. Education wise, those who are in education mode may also feel very demotivated. So it is just a matter of time. Give water to Sun. This is very, very good remedy for everyone during the time when Sun is debilitated, so that you get more power from the rays of Sun, when it is rising. Then Moon enters into the 12th house. Second house in the 12th house, there can be travel now. This is the time that travel is going on, and you may do a lot of expenses. Also, Moon is exalted here. That means some very good news from a foreign country is coming for Gemini ascendant people. Those who have applied for foreign country for visas, for money, for job referral, for anything related to foreign country, you are supposed to be victorious in that. All the best. Have a great, wonderful week. There is a WhatsApp link in the description for personal appointments, and astrology course is also going on. So those, I don't know, one or two spots are there. So those who have not final, call for it. And on the other hand, there is also appointments for Navratri special. You can ask Samantha, and if there is any spot, she will place you there also. So all the best. Have a great, wonderful, awesome, wonderful week. Cancer ascendant people. See, Moon is making one, two, three, four transits this week, and Cancer ascendant people are, their life is also like a transit only. Something or the else keep happening in their life. Something or the else, up and down because of Moon. Sorry. Venus enters Scorpio in the beginning of this week. The Venus is here, the Lord of the fourth and the 11th house. So Venus is a benefic planet for Cancer ascendant people, coming to the fifth house of Mahalakshmi, which is called about money, wealth, and very beautiful time. See, it is has the aspect of Saturn. Yeah, we cannot deny that it has the 10th aspect of Saturn. So in work also, there can be some kind of wealth gain. There can be some kind of money, but things will be slow. You have to be very careful whenever Saturn will aspect in that one retrograde aspect. So it will be like little bit slowly working. That is what is going to happen. Then Moon enters into the Lagnesh, into the eighth house. Not a very good sign for everyone, and especially making a wish. You're very careful about your health. This is happening quite often nowadays because Saturn is here, and till the time it is, your stomach is going to get upset. You're going to have some kind of problem related to, your rectum. You can problem related to constipation and stomach related problems or waterborne diseases like jaundice, like problem. Everything that is related to water, water retention in the body, some kind of food poisoning, water poisoning, some kind of things like this can happen. So you have to be careful. And during this time, the energy of Lord Shiva should be invoked, Om Namah Shivaya or the Mahamrityunjay mantra, depending on your belief system. Here Moon will enter into the ninth house with Rahu. Again, not a very good sign here. Rahu and Moon together. Very good for money, yeah? Very good for money, very good. But there can also be poison in your mind related to your religion, related to philosophy, that someone will try to poison you and give you some wrong information, and which can be not good for you. So listen to everyone, do whatever your heart says. Moon then enters into Aries, into the into the 10th house. The Lagna Lord in the 10th house will restore all the problems that are happening in the work area. So problems in the work area will get solved, and lot of peace will be restored in that area. Also, because Moon is going to be, if you see Moon here, Kendra Lord in the Kendra, it is also called a Raj Yoga. So here, any big trouble that you're facing, especially in politics, in emotional turbulence in your work area, you may get rid of it. Sun entering into Libra here gets debilitated. Sun is the second house lord. It's a Maraka getting debilitated in the fourth house. Health of mother has to be taken care of, number one. Secondly, your speech has to be taken care of. You speak rubbish, things will be bad for you. Third, wealth also. You cannot invest wealth in real estate or vehicle at the moment when your second house, the lord of fixed asset, is debilitated. So try to keep away from such things. And then Moon will enter into Taurus, into exaltation. One of the most beautiful thing, there is Moon and Jupiter, Gaj Kesari Yoga, Jupiter aspecting Venus, Venus aspecting Jupiter. This is Lakshmi Narayan Yoga. So it is the time of wealth. Lagna in the 11th house. What do you mean? That means you will have gains. Absolutely, it is in front of you. I'm not making things up. So things are going to be very good in terms of gains. So good gains is coming for Cancer ascendant people. So beautiful time. Make the most of it. Socially also you'll be enjoying. There will be parties, this, that, whatnot, and from that place also you can get gains. All the best, guys. Have a wonderful week. There's a WhatsApp link in the description for personal appointments, and those who are watching the video for the first time, do subscribe. There is astrology classes also. Again, WhatsApp link in the description. You can click and we can give you more information about it. Leo ascendant people. Venus is entering into Scorpio, into the fourth house. Now Venus here, look at Venus. It is the 10th house lord, it is Kendra lord, and also it is the lord of the third house. Whenever any planet will be in direct motion from its side, like from the third house it comes to the fourth house, this is a period of lot of benefit for the third house also. That means communication wise, if something was promised to you, things will come to you. Some big contract is going to come to you, visa and etc. If that is the case for you, that is also very benefit. New job offers and new signing of new documents is happening. If some partnership related stuff, if you see, because seventh aspect of Venus is on the own house, on the 10th house. house. So partnership wise, if some money is going to come, that is also going to. So beautiful time for all the Leo ascendant people. Very good time to get into real estate and any of that area. Here moon is going to be going to the seventh house in a maraka house and sitting with Saturn, so very careful with the emotional up and down. So discipline and emotion are coming together, so discipline is better over emotion. So try to make sure that you're disciplined and the approach towards your relationship is also very very disciplined, and you do not make any kind of mistake in that area. Very extremely important of keeping your cool, keeping your calm. Later, Moon will enter into the 8th house. Now it makes a Viprit Rajyog because it is the owner of the 12th house and it is sitting in the 8th house. So here, but it is sitting with Rahu. Rahu and Moon can cause stomach related problems, health problems, constipation, vomiting, food poisoning. Those who are pregnant, and one of my friend is very, very careful, This is the time that your emotional level, or, we can also say that your mind will be challenged. One of our subscriber who I met at the temple, she had a small kid during this time. Postpartum depression is also what can come to you. So lot of grahan, lot of what you say, lot of clouds in front of you, dark clouds. That is what is seen. But it is Purnima also. Sun and moon are in the in that. So moon is just approaching a Purnima. So remember, full moon is a very difficult time, by the way. No moon is a very relaxed time because emotions what we can control. Full moon is what emotion what moon controls, and however your moon is placed in whatever house during that time, that is how your emotions are working. So this is the 8th house of transformation. So lot of negative things like cursing yourself or trouble and struggle, trying to find problems in partners. These are the kind of things that happen. So very careful and very devoted towards Lord Shiva. Everything. Lord Shiva has the power of moon. His moon is on his head. So, whenever you see a moon, you just imagine that Lord Shiva is just below it, that the Lord Shiva has moon crown on his head. So that means he's just adjacent to it. Just pray that way and everything will be okay. Moon enters into Aries, the ninth house lord in the 12th house lord in the ninth house, foreign connection. Some kind of travel is cooking up for you. So there may be possibility that people are taking flights during this day or making travel bookings and stuff like that. Also, higher education may start. So that is a good news for all the Leo ascendant people. We are also starting the astrology course. So this is a very good day to enroll in that course. All the description, all the details are in the description below. You can click on the link and ask Samantha about the course. And then Sun enters into Libra, into the third house. A debilitated Sun, exactly third from itself, may make you a little bit of less interested in things, and your courage will be down, and you may feel that there is no positivity. I am putting so much effort, nothing is coming out. Such kind of things can come to your mind. But remember, Sun is also putting an exalted aspect on your ninth house, which is the house related to your higher education. So two indication of higher education is happening to all the Leo ascendant people. So make the most of it. And then moon enters into Taurus, and this is a very beautiful time when moon, 12th house lord, 11th from itself, sitting here getting exalted. Very good news in work area, even if your motivation is down, but some good news will try to cheer you up, and your career, your occupation, your status, your power, your public presence will be very very amazing. So all the best, Leo ascendant people. Those who are watching for the first time, do subscribe, and those who want to take appointment, link is in the description or number is here. Also, email ID acastrochannel@gmail.com is in the description. You click on it and you will be able to send an email and we can discuss in detail. All the best. Virgo ascendant people. Now Venus is entering into Scorpio here, Rohichi. When we talk about Venus here, it is a second house, it's a Maraka, but it is also Bhagya Karaka. That means it is the owner of the ninth house as well. Now, Venus entering into Scorpio into the third house means gains through your communication, through your speech. If you have done any commitment or anyone has done any commitment to you in the past, now this is the time to honor it and you will get some benefit out of it. Your courage will be very, very strong, and there can be also possibility that short distance travel, luxurious travel can happen during this time. All the best. Moon enters into Aquarius. Aquarius moon, and especially Jupiter and moon, Saturn and moon together in the sixth house. Saturn gives very good results here. It removes all the problems. It increases longevity. If there is any big disease like cancer, this, that, it will try to make it erupt in front of you in the first stage so that your longevity increases. So never ever take planets wrong. If some disease get early detected, that means the planets are trying to increase your longevity, and that is what it happens. But here moon coming to this house, especially the 11th house lord, that is 11th house is also 6th from the 6th, and if you see 8th from the 11th, so it's not a very good time. Sudden ups and downs in health can happen, and especially your mental health has to be taken care of. There can be depression kind of episodes also, and also you maybe have to visit doctors for sudden pains, stomach pains, or water related problems, or vomiting, such kind of things. So very careful during this time. Do Om Namah Shivaya or Mahamrityunjay mantra jap. This is the most, everyone in this world, as soon as they get up, three times, only three times, the first thing that should be in your mind is त्र्यंबकम यजामहि सुगंधिम पुष्टिवर्धनम पुर्वारुकनिर्वंदना मृत्युर्मोक्षयमामृता. Three times only. That is more than enough. Like only this small ritual. No, no, no bad energy will be able to come in front of you, because you have put an aura around you related to this mantra. All the best. In fact, those people who are sick, they should be taking water in their hand in this earthen pot, and put it in their hand, and they should tell the water that I am going to be doing like 108 Mahamrityunjay mantra for you. So whenever you go into my body, make sure that every area of my body, where you consume, where you go, where the body absorbs you, make sure that it becomes roga mukta. That means bereft of diseases. No diseases should be there. You do it and see things will work for you. Energy, everything in this world is energy. You have to translate, you have to transmit the energy here. You put petrol and then engine starts and energy is burned, and then it works, right? Same way, you put this petrol in your mouth with energy infused into it. Then moon enters into the seventh house. Again, not a very good sign, because Rahu and Moon are your relationship wise. You will find that during the time of my hardship, no one is with me, no one is trying to, and you will see the real faces of people. But there can be also illusion. Other people may be in difficult situation themselves. So try to make sure that you make a very, very judgmental as well as balanced decision during this time. Moon again enters into the 8th house. So this is a time for Virgo ascendant people to be very careful. Health, then Marakastan, then 8th house, again health. Sudden ups and downs are seen. Daydreaming should be there, can be there. Transformations could be there. There's also possibility that there is good news also. There is possibility that you may gain from inheritance. So beautiful time for all the Virgo ascendant people. Let's hope for the best. Then Sun enters into debilitation. Exactly, Sun enters here. There is going to be what we say, it is going to be the carry forward of Purnima also. So very nice time. Sun in this house, especially in the house of Virgo, so in the house of Libra, getting debilitated puts an exalted aspect on the 8th house. So if wealth is stuck somewhere from a very long period of time, you will get it now. So wealth wise, stuck wealth will come, but investments during this time should be avoided at the most. Moon entering into Taurus, finally end of the week. Here there is possibility of lot of blessings. Your destiny will now take your course of action, and all the miseries or all the trouble that you're going through, your destiny will take it all things away, and you will be very, very blessed, because this is a very good house. The 9th house is not an upchaya, not a dushtan, nothing. It is just a very auspicious 9th house. It is the Trikon Sthan, and here you are supposed to get blessings from Jupiter and Moon Gaj Kesari Yoga in a very, very beautiful manner, aspected by the Lord of the 9th house. That means this is Lakshmi Narayan Yoga as well as Gaj Kesari Yoga. So two yogas at once is going to be like a killer thing for you. Your destiny will be your favor, and you will get everything that you want to achieve. Higher education, philosophy, anything to do with long distance travel, everything is coming to you in platter at end of the week. Okay, sorry, but all the best. Now this another thing is about 9th house is higher learning is there. So for that we have started the astrology course, and that is happening from 9th of November. So those who have enrolled, so one of the family member or subscriber, he messaged and said, sir, is there any numerological reason you chose 9/11 as the date of the class, because 9/11 is a very significant day in history? I said, no, nothing. It is just coincidence. I did not even think about it. It is just that after the time changes in North America, the daylight saving, then that time I start my classes, even in the spring and even in the fall, like in the winter time. So that's what I was. There is nothing to do with 9/11, but yeah, it is starting on 9/11. All the best and have a great, wonderful time. There's a WhatsApp link in the description for personal appointments. And those who are watching the video for the first time, do subscribe. Thank you. Libra ascendant people, a lot of things are happening in your ascendant this time, okay, by the way. But here, the first thing that has happened is Venus has gone from your ascendant and gone into the second house. The wealth that is you are waiting for, or something that you've signed a contract or signed some kind of deal or waiting for some payments. Now, this is the time that your wealth, your bank balance will increase, so which is a very beautiful time. Family harmony is also going to be there at the peak, and there is also possibility of some kind of hidden gains because it is aspecting its own sign, that is the eighth house, where Jupiter is creating Lakshmi Narayan Yoga. Complete video on Lakshmi Narayan Yoga is also there on the channel, so you should watch that. Then later, Moon enters into Vishya Yoga, into the fifth house. Very careful for your children, very careful for their health, as well as very careful in speculative investments. You get money, suddenly you get some windfall, and you want to invest somewhere, and because money was supposed to come, it was supposed to come to be accumulated, not to be invested. At the moment, if you do it, fifth house now, there will be problems, speculative gains, there will be some kind of losses also which can be seen. So no speculative gain should be done, no speculative things like stock market or crypto, or any putting lottery, this that big money somewhere, or blindly following someone and putting money. No. Very good time for people who are in very much discipline in the area related to film, acting, television, marketing, sales. Very good time for those people. Then Moon enters into the sixth house. Now here, Moon is the lord of the 10th house. Going to the sixth house of workplace with Rahu can create illusion in workplace. That means you may feel that everyone is your enemy, but that would not be the case. It is just a mere illusion. Also, health wise, there can be possibility of emotional breakdown during this time, and also some kind of cough can come. I have a very important Cancer ascendant client, Rohitji, very very good friend of mine in Dubai, now in India. He's just like so sometimes so awesome. He tells that, okay, you know what, I got stomach pain, I thought maybe I have cancer. So such kind of indications can happen here with people who have Moon in this house. So stomach indication, oh, I have cancer, I have this problem, that problem. Such kind of, there is nothing but illusion can be big. So be careful. Then Moon enters into the seventh house. Now this is a good time for promotion. This is a good time from, getting results from your enemies. Good time for getting recognition in work, and good time for your business partnerships to flourish, as well as your personal relationship with spouse to be very very emotionally attached. So very positive time for all the people. Finally, Sun enters into the Lagna is now activated completely by the Lord of the 11th house in the ascendant. During this time, you may feel little bit of debilitated yourself. You may feel very weak. You may feel not motivated. But your support of the partner will be at the biggest level. So partner support is there, and that is where you will get lot of crazy success or crazy positivity. So all the best. But during this time, egoistic approach should be avoided. है ना, Rohit ji? Egoistic approach can create little bit of disruptions in your behavior, and people may feel that this person even has nothing, but why they show so much ego. That is what can happen. So try to make sure that you are absolutely grounded, and during this time you are putting a lot of water to sun. Whenever sun is in debilitation, you have to make sure that sun is being greeted and treated very nicely. All the best. And then Moon enters into Taurus into exaltation. So now luminaries, when we see, this is also a very big yoga. When one luminary, that is sun, is debilitated, other luminary Moon, which is exalted, and that to making a Gaj Kesi yoga in the eighth house, big transformation. Many people of Libra ascendant in the North American region will win lotteries, because very awesome time for such placement for lottery. Very very good placement, aspected by the eighth house lord sitting in the eighth house, sudden windfall. So beautiful time for also those who are working very hard on inheritance or some property or some dispute in some real estate. They will find absolute bliss during this period. Those who are in business related to insurance, those who are in business related to investments, very good time. All their goals will be achieved. Awesome time for Libra ascendant people. Do lot of puja of Bhagwan Shiva all the time. You should be doing puja of Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. This is, it should be continuously in back of your mind going on, because here Saturn is Yoga Karka, and Saturn only fears Lord Shiva. There's no one else. So he did not lead Lord Shiva also, because everyone comes under the karma theory. But yeah, Lord Shiva is very powerful. All the best. There is also possibility your Mars is in the ninth house of higher learning. So many people may be thinking of getting into higher learning. So absolute very good time. Those who are thinking of higher learning, we are starting the course Astrology for Beginners from 9th of November. That is 9/11. WhatsApp link is in the description for personal appointments, and all the best, guys. Scorpio ascendant people. Now Venus is entering into Scorpio. The 12th house lord in the Lagna means a lot of gains of spiritual blessings that you have got in the past. You may now reap it. But it is also a possibility that you may be spending a lot on your appearance and luxury and clothes and watches and whatnot. You may be buying such stuff. Shopping is going to be on top priority for you. Then moon, but your charismatic personality and everything will be at peak. You will be like very loved and very well received by other people also. Moon entering into Aquarius into the fourth house, health of mother has to be taken care of. Real estate dealing should be avoided, and also possible of things related with the vehicle, buying a vehicle, or maybe there can be possibility suddenly you get some kind of problem in vehicle, some kind of issues in vehicle. So that is where you have to be careful. Then moon enters into the fifth house, problem with children, struggle, children, loved ones. There can be some dispute, some misunderstanding, some illusion in your mind that I did so much thing for this person did not acknowledge. Such kind of things can be happening in your in this week. Speculative gain wise, you may feel something big is coming, but then nothing can come, so very careful. Now this period has also led to a uh, Purnima also. So it is Purnima, the beginning of Purnima has started, so very beautiful time for those people who are doing any kind of vrata. That means any kind of fasting is very good. Fifth house is also the house of mantra chanting. During this time, chanting Om Som Somaya Namaha, Om Som Somaya Namaha, ya Om Somaya Namaha, ya Om Chandraya Namaha is very, very good for all the people. Then moon gets into the sixth house. What is moon? The ninth house lord in the sixth house. That means any dispute, enemies, trouble, struggle will receive some great benefit, and your destiny will work in your favor. But because moon is aspecting on the 12th house where Mercury is sitting, which is inimical, it is not a very good friend of moon. It is a little bit of enemy of moon. Here your mind is sitting in the 12th house, moon aspecting, moon in little bit of dushtana. Aspecting a dushtana can create mental stress, unnecessary mental stress, sleepless nights, emotional drainage, like something thinking about the past and crying. Such kind of things can happen during the time of 17th October and onwards. Then sun also enters into the 12th house. 12th house is going to be very heavy. Now this is a complete Purnima, and also it is the luminaries are in 6 and 12. Be very careful for eyes. Do not do any kind of treatment like surgeries during this time, during this period when moon is in 6th and 12th house. So any eye related problems should be avoided, because sun and moon are the eyes of Lord Vishnu, and they are the one that represent the eye for us. So very careful. On the other, Venus also represents the eye, by the way, but Venus represents eye disease. So don't get confused here that okay, sun and moon are the eye, but Venus always tells about eye diseases. Very careful. Now here, sun entering into Libra into the 12th house. It's the 10th house lord in the 12th house. There can be problem in career. There can be losses in career. There can be also challenges in career. Long distance travel also can happen, which will be not be pleasant, or you may feel that it was a waste of time. But this is what sun has to do. But on the other hand, because sun is aspecting exalted on the sixth house, so health related problems, enemies, as well as your discipline will be restored, and no enemy will be able to face you during this time. Luminaries are in power, and especially here 19th of October, when moon will enter into Taurus and sun debilitated, moon exalted, it's again a yoga here. Moon exalted in Kendra, the ninth house lord exalted. What a beautiful time. And making Gaj Kesari yoga, and Jupiter and Venus also making the Vishnu, uh, the Lakshmi Narayan yoga. So it's beautiful. Like one of the best things that is happening in your Kendra. Make the most of this time. Very good time for your relationship. Very good time to, tell someone if you like someone or love someone or something like that. To propose or to even acknowledge their presence in your life. Very, very good time for acknowledgement for your relationship to continue in a very smoother way. There is also possibility that during this time, a lot of proposals or love marriages can also happen. So beautiful. I'm saying one of the most awesome time for Scorpio Sun and people in this placement. So don't miss 19 to 21st October. Very important time to express yourself. Okay, all the best, guys. We are also starting the course for the higher learning, that is astrology for beginners. It's not beginners course, by the way. Understand this. It is very advanced, but I've called it astrology for beginners because anyone who's zero also can learn. Anyone who knows everything also can learn. I am also learning in that course always. All the best, guys. WhatsApp link in the description for personal appointments, and those who are watching the video for the first time, do subscribe. All the Saggies of the world, put your hands up. Put your hands up. Venus enters into Scorpio here, and Venus is the lord of the 11th house. Venus is the lord of the 6th house. That means Venus actually rules diseases here, by the way. Coming to the 12th house means a visit to hospital can be possible, but for a betterment only. That means it will surface some kind of health problems, and it will cure it also, because Jupiter is aspecting or Jupiter is placed there. No big trouble, no one can put trouble into your mind, or no one can do anything wrong to you. So beautiful time, spiritually very active. There could also be travel, long distance travel for big gains, or big gains may be coming from a foreign country also. So lot of beautiful things depending on your dasha and antardasha. Moon entering into Aquarius here, into the third house, and third house is the absolute house of hard work, where Saturn, the planet that gives hard work, is there. Here Saturn is not given very very good houses. See, na second house is a Maraka, and third house, that is a very very hard working house. So here Saturn with Moon can create some kind of problems with your neighbors, some kind of misunderstanding, some kind of problems with your neighbors, and with your siblings also, with your friends. You're communicating something in social media and something. Rohitji, what a story I have. I have someone who was working in the government here. Okay, he put something on social media. 12 hours, in 10 to 12 hours, he was fired from the government, and he just posted a quote which did not mention any name, anything, but because of such not stupid, maybe he's doing something in a very ethical way, right way, but he people interpreted in that way that he was thrown out um, of his role. Government job gone immediately, and federal job gone, federal government job gone. So sometimes social media is the biggest enemy. We write something stupid and everyone catches it in different sense. See, everyone is in a different mood, right? They're reading it with your post, having fun in Hawaii. So three people can say that this person is trying to make us jealous. Two people will say that wow, he's having fun in Hawaii. Let's book for Hawaii. We also should go. And some people will say that this is only show off. So such kind of many things related to these things can happen. So very careful about what kind of you know social media things you are putting, what kind of social media post you are putting. Also, Moon in the third house can be related to written communication also. Don't be, you may write something very nicely, but it may be taken up by other people as very difficult things. So please restrain for such things. Moon entering into Pisces into the fourth house. This is again a illusion. When Moon is here and Sun is on the other side, it's kind of Grahan only. Yeah? It's not at the ended. Moon, unless and until it completes this cycle and gets out of Purnima and starts getting into Krishnapak, there is not the effects of eclipse is still there. So that's what. Now, what is happening here is that Moon is entering into Pisces into the fourth house, which is the house of your mother, which is the house of related to real estate, is the house related to vehicles. Very careful in driving vehicles, because it is the eighth house lord also in the fourth house. So remember, there is a combination. Always, it's the eighth house lord in the fourth that can create sudden ups and downs in your mother's health, sudden ups and downs in a vehicle crash. Very devoted you should be towards Lord Shiva during this time, or Ma Durga, however you want to take this. Ma Durga or Lord Shiva, absolutely devoted. Om Dam Durgaya Namaha, Om Namah Shivaya. Simple. Om Dam Durgaya Namaha, Om Namah Shivaya. Simple mantras during this time should be done, that will invoke the energy of the deities, and there will be layer around you, no one can harm you. Then later, Moon enters into Aries into the fifth house, which is a very good sign. The eighth house lord in the fifth house, lottery, speculative gains, money coming in your favor. So beautiful time for all the people, and all your problems are supposed to be ending here as well. Sun entering into Libra is also aspecting, Moon here, and Moon is aspecting Sun. So Moon in the fifth house can also be good for creativity and children, and Sun exalted aspect may give you some power. Also good time for startups also, if you want to start something. So 17th October is the date. Note it down. Sun, Moon enters into Taurus. Before that, Sun enters into Libra. Sun enters into Libra, and this is the time that it is in the 11th house, debilitated. So that means you will feel a little bit of not powerful in social circles, not powerful in argument with your siblings, elder siblings, not powerful in your goal achievement. You will feel that something I'm lacking, and this is a time to use your creative power at the best, because Sun is aspecting the fifth house with an exalted aspect. So make the most of this time. All the best. And then Moon gets exalted in the sixth house with Jupiter. Now, not a very good placement for Moon, but here Moon makes a Vipreet Rajyog. That means if you have been going through a health problem for a very longer period of time, this is the time that you may feel absolutely wonderfully benefit in your health area. And also there can be possible that you may at workplace you may shine during this time, because the aspect of Jupiter is on the 10th house, and this is the workplace. So occupation wise, it's a very very beautiful time. Gaj Kesari Yoga is happening in the sixth house. वैसे many scholar and many books says that in sixth house any auspicious yoga cannot happen in 6th, 8th and 12th, but I don't feel so. Planets wherever they are very equally creating yogas. So let's hope for the best that this time the health problem is gone, your workplace enemies problem is gone, court cases are gone. So many things will see a very positive impact during this time. All the best, guys. Those who are thinking of higher education, you see your ninth house lord has got debilitated. That means this is a time to learn more and more and more. So 9/11, 9th of November is when astrology for beginners course will start. Very few, or I think there is no spot left, but I'm still telling everyone. If Samantha told me, sir, we have so many inquiries that we will start 2 batches now. So what we will do, that those people who have the first batch, okay, the other batch also simultaneously we will start, so that an hour later we can do it on Sunday only. So let's see that how it works. All the best. Have a great day. Have a great week, and WhatsApp link is in the description for personal appointments. I'll just take water. Capricorn ascendant people. Venus entering into Scorpio. Now, Venus entering into Scorpio, Venus is an extremely yoga karka, and going in ascending order from the 10th house to the 11th house means gains through your professional career. Now, whatever blockages you had in terms of professionally, things are not working for you. This is the time that professionally things will start working for you. There is also possibility that during this time you may have social name and fame also. So, very beautiful time for all the Capricorn ascendant people. Then Moon enters into Aquarius into the second house. Important time for speech control, because second house is where poison is. You may speak something and that will be poisonous, and it can create some problem in your family life, in your with your money. You may commit something to someone, or someone can do fraud with you. This is also possible of second house, because you are in poison. Someone may put poison into your mind, and you may do some kind of loss of your income or money. So very careful in that area. But otherwise, Moon is the seventh house lord of Maraka, sitting in the Maraka house second. Very careful for your health. Om Namah Shivaya. On the Mahamrityunjay mantra, and it is there on the channel also. Smita has given a very beautiful voice to it. So Trambakam Yajamahi Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urva Rukne Vandana Mrityur Mokshi Yamamrita. You do this for sure. Capricorn ascendant, very important for you. Secondly, Moon will enter into the third house. Again, not very pleasant. Seventh house lord in the third house. Communication problem in your partnership. And there can be some kind of communication issues or illusion. You may think that someone has communicated this. You may understand something different. People may understand you different. And this can create problems. So this is a very good time for those who are practicing Mauna, being silent. I have very beautiful friend of mine, Rohitji, who did my interview in California. His name is Frank Ilaridi. Those who have not seen my podcast, go and see Frank Ilaridi. If you write Frank Ilaridi, AC Astro, you will find it. He did a Mon Vrat for 4 days, Rohitji. 4 days without silence completely. So here, people, everyone, this time, Capricorn ascendant should be doing Mon Vrata, silent, only nodding and only giving answer in your without in your mouth opening. So that's also a sadhana. Being Mon, being silent is a very difficult thing. And if you achieve this power, you will win the whole world. Then also important, don't write anything on social media, because Moon is in the third house and in a affliction. Then fourth house Moon comes. This is a time when Kendra Lord is in the Kendra, very benefit in your work area, also very benefit in your inner peace, happiness. Also very important for you to settle down. During this time you'll be settled down. If you are traveling anywhere, also important that you will settle down during this time. Your home environment will be very, very pleasant and very beautiful. All the best. Then Sun enters into debilitation. Now, Sun entering into debilitation, and especially in the 10th house, very careful about career. Now, see, Venus was trying to give you gains from 13th October only till 17th, till the time Sun does not get into this house. Sun getting here can again create blockages. Very good for your home life, very good for home environment, and everything will be very pleasant, but very difficult for the opportunities that you get in your career. So absolutely very careful in career. What kind of, don't get into the power game, otherwise you will lose it. Because Sun in the power game only, he lost his wife, and the wife went away for penance for thousands of years. Sangyama. So that's why I tell you that Sun, whenever Sun is debilitated, or just try to be more silent and not egoistic. Then Moon enters into exaltation here, into the fifth house. Again, fifth house, Gaj Kesari Yoga. How can we neglect this Gaj Kesari Yoga, as well as Jupiter, Venus aspecting and making Lakshmi Narayan Yoga? So this is two beautiful yogas at once. There is one more query. The people ask that Lakshmi Narayan Yoga is when Mercury and Jupiter also aspect. Yes, it is also there. In some text, it is written like that, and in some text, Venus is also given that opportunity of creating Lakshmi Narayan Yoga. And you will be able to tell by the end of this yoga that how much money you made, how much wealth came to you, how much happiness came to you. And here, happiness from kids, happiness from creativity, happiness from speculative gains, and beautiful time for all the Capricorn ascendant people. It's a very pleasant week for you. Only beginning, beginning of the week, we have to be silent when moon is in second and third house. Okay. All the best, guys. We have also started the astrology for beginners course. Those who have enrolled, welcome to the course, and those who are still awaiting final call, I am sounding like an airport guy. Final call, guys. The plane will fly away. So try to enroll ASAP. Aquarius ascendant people, Venus is entering into Scorpio here, into the 10th house. Now, what is Venus? Venus is a yoga karka, owner of the fourth and the ninth house. Going to the 10th house means it is going to give you benefit in your career. It is going to be your destiny in your career is going to be at the peak. Lot of positive things are going to be happening in your career during this time. Power, name, fame. In fact, also those who are trying to enter into real estate, because Jupiter and Venus are making this yoga called Lakshmi Narayan Yoga. Here, because Jupiter, wherever it sits, gives expansion, wherever it looks, give expansion. So there is expansion in career also, but expansion in your real estate and vehicle also. Those who are trying to get into such kind of events should be taking this into consideration. Then moon enters into the ascendant, into the lagna. Moon is the lord of the sixth house, going to the first house, may surface some kind of health related ailments, problems, and you may feel that you're not feeling better, you're not feeling well and weak. And this is the time to approach a doctor. Try to knock on his door and understand, okay, try to do my blood test, this, that, whatnot. Try to understand what is wrong with me if you are feeling a little bit low. Otherwise, here, first house is the house that is linked to everything in life: your brain, your mind, your body, your soul, your activities, your karma, and everything. That's why it's called the ascendant. That means everything. It is there where everything is accumulated. You should be careful about all the aspects of your life, especially not to be very aggressive during this time, and not to emotionally come into other person's influence and try to fight with someone. That is what is required, because as soon as this happens, moon is going to go to the second house of your speech and going to sitting with Rahu. So here you may hear something from some other person and try to act on it to other person in a very stupid way, and that will create a problem for you. So why you want to create problem for yourself? During this time, it is time to just relax, be quiet. Maun Vrata for Capricorn and for Aquarius, both people should be silent, tape on their mouth. Even if so much aggressiveness comes. Small story, Rohitji. Oh, Aquarius is there. How come I am not telling a story? I will tell a story. A person goes to sadhu, and he is a tapasvi. The person who goes to the sadhu, he goes and he tells that I want Brahma Gyan. That means the gyan of the universe, the knowledge of the universe. That fakir, the other guy who's not a sadhu but he's a fakir, he has Brahma Gyan. He says, okay, what we'll do is that I will take you to the well and I will do something. I will take water out, but you have to be quiet. You cannot say anything. He says, yeah, that's a very simple thing. Mon, na, I can keep it. So he goes to the well with the Mahapurush, the fakir. He puts a bucket in the well with a hole into it. So whenever he's pulling up the bucket, the water comes down. So he's putting it again and again, 10 times, 20 times, 30 times, 40 times. Finally, the other person who was frustrated. He said, what the hell are you doing? You're putting this bucket back to back in the water and you are pulling that out and there is no water coming. You need to have a bucket that is covered. That is why you're not able to conclude the water or, get the water. He said, I told you to be quiet. Now go away. You are not getting Brahma Gyan. You're not getting the. Then he says, oh, this person is stupid, man. He does not know anything. But he goes away. And then later he thinks that, man, this person he just told me that be quiet till the time my thing is over. And I reacted first. So did mistake. He goes again and the person says, go away from here. I don't want you. He said, I just want Brahma Gyan. He said, the act that I was doing was to explain you that whenever I'm putting water, you are not able to contain, because you cannot even be quiet for like 10 minutes when I'm doing this act. When I told you to be quiet till the time my act is over, how will you get Brahma Gyan? You have to have patience. If you have patience, only then you will be able to get the Brahma Gyan. Then he understood that, man, he was telling me, he was showing me this act only for me to get frustrated, so that I can. Same way people will do to you, Aquarius ascendant people. They will try to make you frustrated, and you may overreact, and then you will lose the opportunity. So absolutely, this story, I know many people will are haters. They will write down that, okay, stupid, this person is telling all the story, this, that, whatnot. I don't care. But this is very important to understand some aspects of life, that this is the kind of planetary position that is happening and can impact you. You have to be silent to make sure everything is good, not to invest any money, not to be violent towards family also. That is required. Then moon enters into Aries here, which is very pleasant now. Moon is the sixth house lord, gone into the third house. So that means the struggle that you were doing in terms of your workplace, the struggle that you're doing in terms of your health, you may now overcome from it, and you will be absolutely courageous to take the next bold steps. Now, communication is important. Now speak up. Now ask why. This is the time of asking why, not before this. Then Sun enters into Libra. This is the time when Sun becomes debilitated, and Sun here is a maraka. Debilitated maraka is very good. That means the Lord, which is very difficult for us, has gone into zero power, so no problem at all. But very important time for siblings, very important times for, because aspect of Mars is where, in the third house. If you're doing long distance journey for a very shorter period of time, you have to be careful during that time. Make sure that you take blessings of your father and go during this time, because as soon as you start taking blessing of father when Sun is weak, it becomes very much better for you. Take copper pot, put water and give it to Sun in the morning. Say Om Surya Namaha, Om Surya Namaha, and 7 times for the 7 light that Sun gives, the Indradhanush, the rainbow. So give it to it, Sun. Beautiful time for all the Aquarius ascendant people if you do this. But ninth house is the house where education is related. So here someone can try to put poison your mind with some kind of difficult or unethical education. So don't listen to such people. Try to be more hobby oriented. Do a lot of things related to your hobbies, which you can turn into your profession later. Like Rohitji, for us, we astrology was our hobby, right? It was like a family lineage, but we were all having fun with it. But now this is a career. So this is the time that you can start digging in and getting out things. Moon finally gets into exaltation here. Absolutely beautiful in the Kendra, the sixth house lord, sitting 11th from itself. All the problems related to the sixth house you will achieve. All your goals will be achieved. Related to workplace, discipline, related to enemies. No one will be able to do anything to you. Absolutely in the Kendra. Just imagine Kendra Lord, fourth house in the Kendra. Jupiter, very big, powerful planet in the Kendra. Moon in the Kendra. So benefit, three benefits in alignment. What a beautiful yoga here. One of the best time for all the people to achieve greatness. My daughter Roji, she is Capricorn ascendant, and she has Moon and Jupiter in the fourth house. So I can see the Gaj Kesari yoga that she's having, and absolutely without any drishti of malefics in the Kendra. So which is a very, very big yoga. Such kind of thing is also happening here. There is no aspect of any malefic. Aspect of Venus is there, which is a benefic here, and the owner of this house. So some beautiful news related to real estate, related to vehicle, related to mother, related to travel, related to foreign settlement, related to green card, related to PR. Everything is going to come to you. One of the best time for Aquarius ascendant people. All the best. Those who are thinking of getting into higher learning, here we are starting the astrology course from 9th of November. WhatsApp link is in the description for personal appointments as well as the course. Click on it and you'll be able to talk in detail. All the best. Pisces ascendant people. Here Venus enters into Scorpio. Now Venus here is the lord of the third house. Lord of the eighth house, coming to the ninth. Third and eighth house are Upchaya and Dushtana. Not a very good place. Venus is not a very good planet, but the ninth house is a very blessing house, and a benefit coming to the ninth house is absolutely blessing. One of the most beautiful times for all the Pisces ascendant people here when Venus is in the ninth house. Anything related to do with travel, anything related to do with inheritance, with partnership money, anything where things are stuck, you will see a movement and things will be in your favor. Moon entering into Aquarius into the 12th house. Careful now, because fifth house lord is in the 12th house. Education wise, it has to be a time where you have to be careful about investing your money, or there can be expenses related to education, related to the expenses of children. Education expenses can happen. Also, long distance travel will be fruitful, but very careful, because it's a poisonous yoga. There can be also possible of food poisoning or some kind of depression kind of area where you cannot sleep. Such things can come. But otherwise it's a very beautiful placement of moon for spirituality, spiritual bliss. This is the time of mantra chanting. This is the time that you can, during this time, if you are spiritual enough to do mantra chanting of om som somaya namaha or om namah shivaya, you can go one step closer towards god and spirituality. So very beautiful time. Then moon comes into the ascendant. Again, your approach and your mind and your everything is not in your control still. It is still with Rahu. It is going to be a time of illusion. So you may hear something, think something, react something. Very careful about your approach and attitude towards other during this time. Make sure that you are absolutely at peace here. Don't try to be very, very aggressive or emotional, over emotional. Okay. Here, moon then enters into Pisces. Now, this is a beautiful time. There is no problem. Fifth house lord in the second house, wealth is going to come. Those who are going through moon Mahadasha, Mars Mahadasha, absolutely, this is the time that wealth is going to fall on your head. So some wealth is beautifully coming for Pisces ascendant people. Good time for investment, also good time for buying property, good time for buying anything that has to do with what you say, any occult practices to start that, because moon is putting an aspect on the eighth house. Any starting of learning of occult practices can be also done. So all the best to Pisces ascendant people. Then sun enters into debilitation in Purnima. Sun is getting debilitated. Just imagine what a auspicious movement and what an inauspicious act happening. When sun is debilitated, is the sixth house lord in the eighth house. Careful about your health. See, the sixth house lord in the eighth house is debilitated. This makes a Vipreet Rajyog also. So this means the health problem is supposed to surface and now end from your life, but also means that legal troubles can come, especially government related, tax related issues, tax fraud, government related problems, or some kind of notice from the government can be coming. And this is not only when sun enters Libra, it is before that only, because the energy is already in the fund. So in next 5-6 days also, in three next 1-2 days also, this yoga will start. So very careful about anything that you do with the government. You should be absolutely careful and not make any mistake, otherwise you may be liable to pay heavy fines or stuff like that, because it's a house of enemies, and it's the lord of the house of enemies and coming to the house of sudden ups and downs. Suddenly you will not even realize that what happened. Don't drink and drive. Don't do any kind of law breaking stuff. Even one drink, oh yeah, one drink, nothing happens, I'm driving. No. What if that day only someone has to come and crash in front of you? Exactly happened with me, Rohitji. In 2011, what happened is that I thought I'm a Leo ascendant, moon is my 12th house lord. I thought maybe moon is sitting in my ninth house, I should wear the stone of moon. So I wore the pearl, I wore the stone of moon. I wore it in the night, and in 12 hours I was in jail. In the morning, I went out. I was driving. Suddenly, someone came in front of me. I hit him. He was playing on the road, and I hit him. Nothing. No, no. It was the main road, like not even like some crossing or something. I hit him, and 7.5 years I had to get in that case and run that case, date and date and date, and then almost spent like lakhs and lakhs of rupees, and nothing happened. I finally, the judge told me, go away, you have done nothing wrong. But 7 years I got into trouble. Such kind of placement is this. So very, very careful about getting into any legal troubles. Then moon enters into Taurus. Now this is a beautiful time, yes, because the speculative lord, the lord of your creativity, everything has gone exalted in the third house. So you will be absolutely courageous, and during this time taking initiative to start something new. It is making Gaj Kesari Yoga also in the third house. Here also you may think that, okay, this is the time that I start something very new learnings, because moon is putting an aspect on the ninth house also, new learning. Jupiter is also putting a collective aspect. So there is Lakshmi Narayan Yoga also. So through higher learning and through personal interest, that means something that is your hobby, something that is your personal. So writing, through communication, you may find that there is a pleasant blessing that comes to you. All the best, guys. There's a WhatsApp link in the description for personal appointments, and the course is starting very soon. So make sure that you enroll for the course so that we can also learn about astrology together in a very beautiful way. All the best, Rohitji, to you also, and thank you to all the family members.
Thank you to you also, because 7 days in a week and a sixth transit, you can understand how busy week this is, full of transits. And due to this Lakshmi Narayan Yoga, lots of opportunities to earn wealth and do mantra siddhis. I wish best of luck to all the family members. For astrology classes, yes, the same number. For appointment, yes, this is same number. You can inquire anything. Link is there in description box. You can click connect and you will have the both information, whatever you required. Thank you to all the family members. Thank you, Akashji. Thank you very much for this video, a long guidance with precautions. Thank you very much.
Thank
We'll
you,
meet you in
Reji.
some next video. Till then, Jai Shri
Jai
Ram,
Shri
Jai
Ram, Jai
Hanuman.
Hanuman, Jai Mata Di, Jai Ma Lakshmi, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya.